Greetings, fellow LTDE 5302 classmates. Today I want to walk you through Mentimeter. This was a new to me tool at the beginning of this academic year, but I've now used it for a few professional development training sessions and have found great success in it, and also have some ideas for ways that it would serve you well in a classroom setting. You do have to create an account. You can create a free account, though there are paid accounts. You can see some of the limitations for the free account. I can show you some workarounds for those. And so you will need to create a username and to log into Mentimeter, which I have already done. And so here you can see the videos or the presentations that I have already used. To create a presentation, you go to New Presentation. Create Presentation, and you'll see all of the different options that you have over here. You can do multiple choice, a word cloud, open-ended, and a few other additions as well. So far the main ones that I've used are for a word cloud and then for open-ended. I'll show you the examples of what I've done, but the open-ended was a great opportunity when I wanted to have the people in my sessions create things or hear their thoughts, but I knew that I would not get a lot of participation just from asking them, just from calling on them. Something about the computer screen just gave them a lot of permission to sit and think for a minute and then to freely share, since I had it set up for their answers to be anonymous. So let's go back to see the presentations I have already done. And so these are the slides that I used to ask people in my session to create student learning outcomes, and these are the answers they submitted. And so you can see that they were anonymous. They even had the opportunity to submit multiple times if they wanted to, if that was helpful. But all of this did appear on the screen during my presentation. Mentimeter was also really easy to share with the group for them to know how to access. So they were given this website, and then there's a specific code, but you are also able to create a QR code that then they can scan with their phone if that's easier. So there are a variety of options in how to best share with your audience in whatever way would work best for you and your context. I want to show you one other type that I did. It was a word cloud. I'd never used a word cloud before, and you can see that these answers were not the most positive answers, but that wasn't a surprise to me in this context. And so what I did was you can see that I asked them to enter what comes into their mind when they hear assessment. And in our context, we were talking about programmatic assessment, not just assessment embedded within courses. And so I know that it's a process that they don't necessarily enjoy. And so by doing this activity, I gave them an opportunity to really share their feelings with me. And I had the opportunity to let them know that I see that, I hear that, and I want to help them change those feelings. I was thinking that a word cloud could be really interesting to use as a formative assessment when introducing a new subject to a new unit or new module to your class, to say, hey, what do you know about whatever topic it is? And that could be a good jumping point for the instructor to see maybe where there are some gaps and what knowledge is already shared within the course. One of the things to note is you are in a free account limited to the number of slides types of slides that you can have in a presentation. And so you do need to create separate presentations when you hit that max. I ran into that with my outcomes. I could only do 2. And so all you do there is that code and QR code that you saw a few minutes ago. There's just separate ones for that. Again, very easy for the users to access. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to seeing the rest of your tutorials.